This is Mike McGrail for the Social Penguin blog. I'm here with Joe Barnes from the Social Networking Academy and Trevor Johnson of Facebook. So Joe's going to ask Trevor a few questions about his great presentation on the future of Facebook today.
Great, thank you, Mike. Trevor, very nice to see you. Thank you very much for a fantastic presentation that I just saw in there.
Okay.
I'm very excited to be speaking to somebody actually live from Facebook.
There are many of us.
First of all, you covered some really great stuff about your culture. I get a lot of questions, I'm sure Mike does as well, about the fact that Facebook is continuously changing. And I was really fascinated by what you were talking about in there about the culture of Facebook and how we as business owners just need to kind of adopt that. So
Yeah.
you just covered that a bit.
Yeah, so there's probably two things when it comes to culture. One is that we're a technology engineering company, and we're operating in a space that's continually changing. And we very much think that the path they're on in terms of connecting businesses and the world is only 1% there. So we think that we're only just beginning and really just starting to see what we can actually do when we start to put technology and social together. And some of the philosophies we have is that we love having good products, but if we can make them great, then we'll get rid of the good products to make them great. So we think about things like failing harder, fail fast, and don't be afraid to fail. It's just that if you fail hard and move on. Things like break things fast. There's a culture of engineering that is just about making sure we're doing the best you need to do and don't get too committed to something because something better may come along, and it might come along tomorrow, which means that you disregard what you've already done. So the culture is a really, really interesting one, and it's about constant development, it's about constant innovation, it's about ripping things up even if you're fully emotionally committed to things in the quest of making that really great product or great solution.
Wow, very fast moving.
Very fast.
Still 99% to go. Yeah. And I'm guessing that if Jim Collins ever rewrote From Good to Great, then maybe Facebook would now be included in that. Regarding all the recent changes, we recently saw the F8 conference just a few weeks ago. Can you summarise some of the really key opportunities for brands using the brand new updates?
Yeah, so there's probably two things. One is Timeline, which is the new Facebook profile. And that's a way for people to really express their connections that they have with individuals and brands, and they can really tell a story about themselves. And the centre to that is not only your friends, but brands. Brands represent who you are. Interaction with brands and organisations and companies is a reflection of who you are. So films, ratings, reviews, restaurants, products I buy, things I watch, things I eat, those are all things that can be powered by brands and a representation of who I am. So for brands to be able to start to play a role in trying to boost and build out people's timelines is very important. The second thing is the creation of the new buttons. So we've had the like button, which was launched last year, which is about developing a connection between an individual and an object online. But now you'll be able to have things like want and own and listen. And all of a sudden that opens up a whole new vocabulary, a whole new verbs in the internet that brands can use to build long-term relationships with consumers. So how that works going forwards, who knows? I mean, we create a platform, we create a product. The product is done by really intelligent people outside of Facebook. It's done by developers and marketers and brands and organisations. So that's why we want to have a really great partnership with those people to ensure that we're building really awesome things going forwards.
And there was a cautionary note, I think, in there about whether you should have an app as a company. It was about, you were talking about you should already have an audience.
Yeah, there's probably three things you need to do when you have an app. I mean, apps are probably the biggest investment, but you need to have an app as part of an investment rather than the investment. So you need to have an audience and understand that audience and know what value you're going to play. You need to seed that app, so if viral doesn't happen, you need to be able to seed it and take advantage of the social things that are happening with your app and amplify those things. And you need to be able to tell a long-term story rather than a campaign. So apps need to be valuable, they need to be long-term, they need to be targeted, they need to be relevant. If you do all of those things, then your app will be successful. If you go down on any of those, then you will be successful.
And you were just talking then, just to finish this off, you were talking then just about the fact that you're looking to create relationships now with companies and agencies and developers and that sort of thing. Where is Facebook going now then? There's still sort of 99% to go. What do you see as the future of Facebook as we move forward, and
That's we don't know.
Huge question.
Yeah, we think it is down to in order for us to be successful, we need to engage the developer community, the marketing community, users, designers. It's going to take an ecosystem to fully realise what the platform is able to do. So, if you speak to Chris Cox, as our VP of Engineering, if you ask him the same question, he'll say, "We don't know. That's up to you. Like, we'll create a platform that is long-term and social, and you create really interesting stuff that sits on it."
Fantastic. So there we have it. It's up to businesses and people to take the platform where they want to go. Mike, did you have anything else that you wanted to ask?
That's all. Thanks very much for your time, Trevor.
Trevor Johnson, thank you very much.
Cheers.
I'm Joe, and Mike McGrail behind the camera from social media.
The Social Penguin blog.
Social Penguin blog.
That's
Thank you
us.
very much.
Thanks, guys.